Hello and welcome to our WIFR FastCast. Our top story this afternoon, a New Year's Day chase leads to a sentencing for a Wisconsin man. 38-year-old Andrew Brisky will spend 7 years behind bars, followed by 3 years of extended supervision, pleading guilty to a fifth OWI and more. Around 2:30, January 1st this year, Brisky fled from deputies in Jefferson County, leading them on a chase into Rock County, where Brisky reached 100 miles per hour. His truck was eventually blocked, and he was taken into custody. A Dubuque man faces several charges after the Joe Davis County State's Attorney's Office charges him with weapon and drug offenses. 45-year-old Jerome Hoskins faces a possession with intent to distribute cocaine and possession of a firearm by a felon. Following an investigation by Joe Davis County Sheriff's deputies, Hoskins was arrested on October 5th. The temperatures may have returned to normal for this time of year, but leaders with Alpine Hills Adventure Park say the damage is already done. Following this week's heat wave, officials say they may be forced to delay the season's opening due to what they call unideal conditions. The Rockford Park District runs Sledding Hill typically needs a 4-foot snow base, a trend that seems more difficult to achieve at the beginning of each winter season. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley speaks with the park's operator about how they're staying afloat despite the unpredictable weather.
Hey folks, WIFR's Nathaniel Langley here, and it's about to be winter break for most kiddos in the Rockford area. But one of the city's busiest sledding hills still needs more snow. Be sure to tune in later today on WIFR and eventually on WIFR.com to see how Alpine Hills is getting ready, but also keeping an eye out on some encroaching warmth. Stay tuned.
And although we aren't getting too much snow for a white Christmas this year, you can still enjoy some indoor holiday fun with St. Nick this weekend. Santa Claus will be at the Carlson Ice Arena from 3 to 5 Saturday afternoon in Loves Park. A session on the ice and skate rental are covered for $13, but admission to Sephora Play World is also included for kids under 12. You can also take a picture with Kris Kringle inside the rink from 3 to 4:30. And 28 people donated blood Thursday for our WIFR Season of Giving blood drive with the Rock River Valley Blood Center. Currently, we have 319 donations for our 800 weekly goal. And if you donate Friday, you could win 2 gift baskets from Mrs. Fisher's, as well as 4 movie passes to Classic Cinemas. And we had a wet Thursday here that took a bit of a chillier turn. Let's see how things are going to shape up here with a look at our hour-by-hour timecast. So, taking a look at how things are shaping up out there right now, you can see we're currently sitting at about 15 degrees there, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the chilliest we're going to be here, fortunately. So it does seem like we're on the warm-up here, even if it's just by a couple of degrees here and there. So, once again, 15 degrees right now, but then as we enter the 2 o'clock hour, warming up by about 3 degrees to a high of 18 there, and then it looks like 19 for us in 3, and then about a couple degrees lower there for the remaining couple of hours there until we reach about the 9 o'clock hour. That's once we're actually going to see a little bit more of a warm up there, reaching 20 degrees here. So it does seem like kind of a bit of a backwards weather day here. I know a lot of the time some of that sunshine brings that warmth, but that does not seem to be the case here for our Friday. But something else that we want to make sure that you guys are noticing here, I know yesterday with all that rain that we had here Thursday afternoon, it is kind of refreshing to see that we don't have the possibility for any sorts of precipitation out there. So it's nice to see that it is going to be dry out there, and also hopefully we won't have to bust out the ice buckets there as well and throw those down as we're coming home from work here, especially as we're entering the weekend. Now, those stories that I mentioned here will be coming up in our shows at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And of course, to make sure you're getting the latest news both in the state line and across the country, you can head to www.wifr.com or or you can head to your smartphone's app store and type WIFR into the search bar to download our WIFR News app. Also, if you're watching on our streaming apps right now, I'm just going to leave this QR code up for you guys. All you have to do is just scan that right there, and it should take you to either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. And of course, this isn't the only app you guys are going to want to download. You're also going to want to make sure to download our WIFR First Alert Weather app. And of course, just like the flash freezing we were seeing here yesterday, this is certainly just the beginning for our winter season here. So this is definitely a resource you're going to want to have in your back pocket, especially as we head deeper into the winter season. And I'll tell you what, even though it's only about 14 degrees right now, it is certainly going to be a whole lot colder here in the in the future. As for the near future, though, it does seem like maybe Santa Claus is going to be busting out maybe the swim trunks, maybe some sandals. He's probably going to go for a nice swim here with some of those 50-degree temperatures that we've got here coming up here on Christmas Day. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll see you coming up here in a couple of hours for our 3:30 FastCast, as well as WIFR News First at 4 with Sydney Stoff-Reagan.